I guess we'll kick things off. We'll kick it off with the gay Santa, because that was the weirdest thing. Have you seen this commercial that's been floating around out there?
Dude, I haven't watched TV for like a long time. Or are we talking like even? I'm like actually quite limited on streaming networks too, man. Like I hardly find myself hopping on Netflix and stuff anymore.
Stick to what you love. It's all right.
Yeah, pretty much. So by all means, enlighten us.
So
Continue the joke.
Continue the joke. The commercial, I think it's either in Sweden or Russian. I really couldn't tell the language. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say it was probably Russian. I don't know. Maybe it's German. If somebody out there knows, go ahead and fill me in. Anyway, it starts off, and it's this guy. He's kind of a middle-aged, upper middle-aged man. And
Is he hot?
he's a good-looking guy. He's got a good, strong jawline. He looks like he could model.
Tom says gay Santa?
Gay Santa, you say? It looks like he could model for Davidoff cologne.
Okay.
He's got that silver fox look. Anyway, he wakes up one night, and it's him walking to the kitchen to go, I think, get a glass of water or something. He looks out into the living room, and he sees Santa Claus
I already brought that up, Tom.
bring in presents. And so he looks at Santa Claus, and he's like, he just kind of watches Santa Claus do his thing. Santa Claus doesn't notice him. And then Santa Claus, he looks away for a second, and then Santa's up the chimney. And so it shows him in bed, like, just laying there thinking.
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, we're getting there.
Oh man.
We're getting there. And then it shows him laying in bed, presumably thinking about Santa Claus and some romantic endeavor he'd like to have with old Kris Kringle. So then it shows him celebrating with like his friends. Christmas is just four of them around a table, and they're popping party poppers. They got little goofy hats on, just celebrating Christmas together. So next year comes by, and he's still just observing Santa, but hasn't made his move, you know?
Wait a minute. You're saying that this guy You're saying this guy not only had the luck to catch Santa delivering gifts, but he got to do it. He found him the second time.
It's like that show You on Netflix where the stalker guy kills all the girls' prospective suitors, only this is a dude who's really hot for Santa Claus.
Okay.
I assume that he's just got a basement full of dead elves.
Oh gosh.
I'm
on
bottom. Yeah, it's just like
as we're talking about gay Santa.
Oh, wait, what's the invisible one? Okay, mine's the bumper. Great. So anyway, he sees Santa Claus again. And it's like, oh, hey, you gonna make your move yet? No? All right, well, I guess you can go ahead and be a wallflower forever. Santa Claus probably loves that. Keeps you on the nice list. Well, it goes, I guess another year has gone by. And so there he is, and he's waiting. Oh my gosh, the difference. Wow. The year goes by, and now he's just there waiting for Santa Claus, right? And
he's gay stalking Santa.
Dude, like, creeping on Santa. Now he's all up in a suit. He's done up real nice, right? He's sitting there waiting. All of a sudden, the doorbell rings. And he answers the door, and there's some gal standing there, and she's dressed kind of festively, and she's got presents in her hand, and she's delivering, like, from Amazon or something. And she says something, I don't know the language, but she's more or less like, hey, I have gifts for you, Merry Christmas, and hands him this stack of presents. So he walks in, and he's looking at it like, this is confusing. Why are my presents being delivered from Amazon? Well, stream there, I don't know if it's,
It's gonna be, it's gonna be on YouTube.
Oh, okay, cool.
It should be, it always buffers like this.
Gotcha.
I even changed the bit stream. So.
Oh, perfect.
So
anyway, he turns around, he's got the presents in his hand, and he's like, wow, that was strange. This random broad brought me gifts that Santa should have brought me. And then there's Santa Claus standing right there. And Santa Claus says something to the effect of, I hired extra help so I could be with you. I'm like, wait a minute. Did old Kris Kringle, old Russian Kris Kringle, go and hire out his help from FedEx so he could go and stuff this guy's stocking? So then the guy's, he's like, oh my goodness. He doesn't say anything really, but it's like written in his expression. Oh my gosh, wow, Santa, he's here to see me. And he walks up, and they're both looking into each other's eyes, and it's like this awkward moment of like, are we doing this? It's like watching Jerry in Rick and Morty, where he's like on the boat. Maybe we'll see Chewbacca. What are we doing? Yeah, really, really awkward. And then the two of them are just making out hardcore. It's like, all right, well, great. I still can't really even definitively tell you what's
the point of the commercial.
I still that's where I finished it. That's where I was like, okay, Enough of that.
Tom says, I love us talking all these things that are supposed to be fun and light-hearted children's stories and things and injecting adult sexuality into it.
Dude.
Pretty sure he is German. I think you said Russian.
I'm not sure.
Well, it's based on, I thought he was based on St. Nicholas.
Well, okay, so the origin, is St. Nicholas. Traditionally, that was the original story, and then I think it got picked up more in like German countries, because then you have the story of Krampus, and he supposedly rides out side by side with Saint Nick. Saint Nick giving out the presents to the good children, Krampus doling out punishments to the bad children. And Krampus is always depicted as a satyr or like a faun, and he's got this sack on his back which has the super naughty children that he's essentially taking back to hell with him.
Oh, I thought he was like going to eat him or something.
No, okay. Do you remember in A Very Venture Christmas where Krampus shows up and he's got that whip made of reeds and he just beats the daylights out of Dr. Venture? Yeah. So it ends up taking on a life of his own when it makes it to other countries. But Santa's always traditionally been, a jolly old white fat guy, and he gives out presents. But now Santa is looking to slay more than the snow with his reindeer. Looking to slay some booty, I guess.
Wow. You know what that reminds me of? Like this whole thing, like pre-modern Russia, old school German Empire, which I will admit includes a very small part of Western Russia, says Tom. I'm bad at history, so
It's all right.
I will take your word for it.
What I think is the question that we all have to ask is, where was Mrs. Claus in all of this? Does she know? Is she on board with this? Do they have an open relationship? What is it? Do the elves not show up till October, and up until then it's just...
See, now this is what I was gonna comment on before I got sidetracked. This reminds me of that Genghis Khan music video.
Oh, I'm feeling like Genghis Khan.
Yeah,
That one?
Yeah, have you ever seen the video? It's like,
Never have.
okay, so the video is pretty much set up to where it's like a James Bond and then what's his name?
You had me at James Bond.
Yeah, it's a James Bond type setup with, you have James Bond and then you have the villain. And the villain like has James Bond set up like all in the laser, the famous laser
Oh
scene.
yeah, Goldfinger.
Goldfinger, yeah, he has it all set up.
Okay.
And he's about to pretty much kill him, and it's about to kill him, and then like a buzzer goes off, and everyone goes home, and James Bond stays there,
Just
like
stuck on the table?
stuck to the table. But it's kind of like the Looney Tunes thing with Wile E. Coyote and the Shepherd Dog, where
Yes.
it's like all work.
Yes, they just clock in,
But
clock out.
throughout the music video, the villain becomes very depressed and sad, and it's implied that he has sexual feelings for James Bond, and the guy's married and has kids, and then as the music video goes on,
Oh yeah.
he falls in love with the James Bond character to the point where he just lets him go, and he's all sad and depressed because he's like, these feelings aren't going to be returned to me. But in the end, old James Bond apparently loves him too. And then the end of the music video is now him, the kids, and the James Bond people are now all together.
Oh.
And it's left with a cliffhanger that the wife is gonna get revenge on the villain, because she, I would be pissed too if all of a sudden my husband just says, yeah, I just went gay for my arch nemesis here, BTFO, you bitch, and
Right.
like,
Don't wait up for me.
yeah, don't wait up for me.
Put the meatloaf.
Oh, you're dead.
Out on the
Oh.
porch. I'll pick it up when I'm driving by to pick up my stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.